And a warm welcome to this special edition as we look at the two biggest races of the year here in Singapore at Kranji. A wet Kranji there on the Thursday morning. The two races I speak of course, the KrisFly and also Singapore Airlines International Cup. Larry Foley, welcome.
Thank you, Matt. And the day is fast upon us. It's here.
Indeed. And the first of the big Group 1s, international Group 1s, is the KrisFly. A nice little mix of locals and internationals, and one of the internationals, and probably the one with the biggest profile, I think, is the Galaxy winner from Rose Hill, the Australian horse Bell Sprinter, working on the poly track here.
Yeah, they've been pretty happy with it, I think, talking to Mitchell Beer, the travelling foreman, and the trainer was up this morning, flew up last night. He's been happy with the horse. That's its first bit of real work, Matt, and I think they're fairly happy with it.
Yeah, that's Bell Sprinter, flew over with the Mwingo, I think.
Correct, yeah, the two Australian horses, Mwingo, who's now officially a Singaporean horse, did his barrier trial the other day.
Yes,
so
he's doing his national service next year.
That's right.
Lucky Nine, well, if he's over his internal problems from last time, this is the horse to beat. I think a four-time Group 1 winner. He's an international Group 1 winner. He won the Hong Kong Sprint in 2011. How's he going on the track?
Well, I know he's going probably as good as his trainer. Casper enjoys coming to Singapore, and it's really good to have trainers of his calibre that travel internationally. Japan, he's always going to come to Singapore with the horse if he's got one good enough, and he usually has. Same with John Moore from Hong Kong. And now Casper's horse, as you say, it's probably the best horse in the race. I think that's without a doubt as far as what it's done. But just wondering, three starts, it's a tricky one.
Well, I think he's going to go awfully close if he's over his problems from last time. Blood in the trachea. Here's Belmont Mast, not doing much during the track work here at the moment.
No, trained by Edward Lynham. Not a lot of talk at the track about Belmont Mast. It's one of those horses that it's going to run a solid race, I think, but so a slight query on whether it's up to this standard. Obviously in Dubai, he's run into Ronaldo the Wizard a few times, but and he's certainly run well enough internationally there. He's not happy at track work there. He's meandering around a little bit, which is not a good sign. I was talking to Andrew Frost. Remember Andrew Frost used to work here?
Nope.
Andrew used to do the track work. Very smart man, Andrew Frost, and he said he liked to see a horse go straight. That horse is not going straight.
No, he was a bit like was it a drunken sailor. The one glaringly obvious fact, and even the trainer himself is saying it, how's he going to go on the turf? His only win on the turf came at Navan when he was a younger horse in a 4,000 pound race. Next up here,
Duck Scholar.
Duck Scholar. We're going to hear from Doug Watson shortly. How's he progressing, this horse? I think he's a nice horse to look at.
Yeah, well, the trainer's based in Dubai. Doug is American, 48-year-old American, but he trains for Mr. Ramzan Kadjov, and he's going okay.
Doug, welcome to Singapore. Duck Scholar, how's he settled in?
Great. He's a horse that not much bothers him, and he's adapted to the poly track and had a nice work across the turf course the other day.
His last run in Dubai, was that just down a little bit on what you expected?
I didn't have him at the time, but I thought he ran pretty well over 5 there on World Cup night. He ran 7th. 6 furlongs, 7 furlongs is a better trip for him, I believe.
So with him now, just getting the horse, has he taken time to work out, or is he quite straightforward?
He's quite straightforward. We've had no issues with him whatsoever since we got him. He came to us in great shape. Seth did a great job with him and came to us in great shape, and it's just carried on since then.
He has campaigned over a lot of ground. Is 1,200 metres suitable for him?
I believe so. The way he won over 5, or I believe it was 5 in the carnival, in the handicap, top weight, I believe 5, 6 furlongs. 6 furlongs in this company would probably suit him.
Okay, and the prep work in Dubai, was that pretty well done before you got to Singapore?
Yeah, we just did a little bit the other day here. We had a couple really nice works over in Dubai on the training track on Meydan and on the turf course there, and he's just done really well since we've had him.
Obviously, the Dubai is set up very similar to here with the turf and the all-weather. Is the turf his more favoured surface, do you think?
I believe so, yeah. He's tried the poly track a couple times and not run very well on it, so, we're good to get on a little on the turf again, and You know, he's also run well on softer ground in England too, so I don't think anything's going to be an issue for him.
Obviously, with the journeys he's campaigned over up to a mile and beyond, is a barrier draw important for him?
I don't really want to be down to. He's probably a horse that's probably going to be some speed in the race. He's going to drop out of it a little bit. I'd like to kind of a middle draw, but we'll take what we got or what we get and go with that.
Kavanagh's next up. Larry, wearing the white saddlecloth with the number 2 there for Kavanagh. Well, he's fairly lightly raced, this South African.
Yeah, they've been. I was talking to the travelling groom, and he said the horse is not really a sprinter. So I think they've entered it for the wrong race. No, but basically it's sort of maybe a little bit better over a little bit longer. But this is where it's comfortable at. The horse. This is the horse Frosty mentioned was going straight as a gun barrel on the first morning we came to track work. I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday, and he's working well. He's settled in well. Mike de Kock's a very smart operator, one of the best trainers in the world.
Yeah, it's an interesting horse. He must have had all sorts of problems because he has hardly raced really in the last 3 seasons. As you say, he's done well over further. He's a Group 2 winner over 1,400 metres. Now, Dasher Go-Go, Japanese horse. It's funny, isn't it, track work? Because you see horses like this, no one's going to walk away and say, I'm going to back Dasher Go-Go off this. Sometimes I think a horse can go straight and fast and can put you away and you end up backing it, and you can turn your focus off horses that are just wandering around like this. Because, let's be frank, all the horses have done their work prior to getting here. It's just about keeping them up, isn't it?
Correct. But I don't think he's just meandering around. He's actually just having a look around. That's just just having a out on the track, as opposed to when you're trying to put work into them and they're not interested. So there's nothing wrong with that bit of work. It just
Nothing at all.
Yeah,
No,
he's
nothing
just
at all.
having a look. And now Dasher Go-Go, the trainer is he's got some very good horses. He travels. He's got the top sprinter in Japan.
Lord Kanaloa.
And I just think the Japanese form's just very strong.
Okey-dokes.
He's a
Now,
local Speedy Cat.
Speedy Cat coming up, and that's about it for Winning Workouts Special Edition. Back with the Cup shortly.